भजन तो तेने कहिए जी पीड़ पराई जाने बदलो भीन कपट रहित छे काम क्रोधनी मार्या रे बदलो भीन कपट रहित छे काम क्रोध निवार्या रे भने नरसैयो तेनो दर्शन करता कुलय को तेरा तार्या रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जी पीड़ पराई जाने रे
Namaste, everybody. Good evening, and a very warm welcome to all of you. We have Hindi and English translations and Chinese translations in specific rooms. So you can go into the language translation room and choose your language which you want to hear the program in. हिंदी में आप सुन सकते हैं ये पूरा प्रोग्राम का ट्रांसलेशन हिंदी में भी साथ साथ हो रहा है तो प्लीज अगर आप हिंदी में सुनना चाहें ये प्रोग्राम तो लैंग्वेज इंटरप्रिटेशन से आप चूज कर सकते हैं आप जो भी ऑप्शन चूज करना चाहें
大家晚上好，非常非常热烈的欢迎大家来到我们今天的活动。那第一步呢，首先如果是只能听中文的朋友们，请大家在右下角选择更多，在这个位置上面您可以看得到语言的传译，然后选择中文就可以听见中文的同声传译，这是第一点。再一次提醒大家哈，如果是中文的家人们，必须要听到中文的翻译的话，那请在右下角更多传译这个位置选择中文，那您立刻就可以听得到中文的同声传译。然后第二点呢，我们请大家把你们的摄像头都打开，这样的话老师可以看得到同学的样子。与此同时呢，我们也在中间会有一些合影的环节，可以把大家美丽的脸呢都能够照进来。然后第三个请求，也请大家在手机上面设置在上边呢写上您的真实的名字，不然的话可能第一次来的朋友们显示上面的就看到这个名字上面可能是个华为 Mate 9或者说是 OPPO 7之类的，那我们并不知道怎么称呼您，非常非常感谢大家的合作。
Okay, so I request all of you to please open up your videos if possible. Now let us start this program. Let me take this opportunity to tell you that the Brahma Kumaris worldwide, we are celebrating the year of spiritual empowerment. We here at the Brahma Kumaris Guangzhou Center are so happy to announce that through this program, we are launching the theme of this year as the year of spiritual empowerment, where the two virtues of kindness and compassion will be our area of focus in all actions we take. Research has shown that compassion and kindness are deeply rooted in human nature. Our first impulse is to cooperate rather than compete. This innate kindness, however, often gets lost in society built on competition. So this year, we want to build a society which is based on kindness and compassion. and it will be discussed in detail in our program today. All our future programs for the community services for adults, kids, women corporates will be based around this theme this year.
那我们今天晚上的主题是灵性赋能。我们今天在广州中心非常开心能够跟大家来分享。通过这个项目的话，我们今年会启动灵性赋能，在所有每一个行为细节当中，我们都会专注于良善与仁慈。那么研究表明，良善和仁慈其实是深深根植于人性之中的品质。当我们要去有一个行为的冲动的时候，首先是合作而不是竞争。但是在一个建立在竞争基础之上的社会里面，这样的与生俱来的善良其实往往会消失。所以今年我们希望能够建立一个基于良善与仁慈的社会，这会在我们今天整个的活动里面详细的跟大家来进行研讨。
Brahma Kumaris. Now I introduce our Brahma Kumaris World Spiritual University. Now Brahma Kumaris is a worldwide spiritual movement dedicated to personal transformation and world renewal. Founded in India in 1937, Brahma Kumaris has spread to over 150 countries on all continents and has had an extensive impact in many sectors as an international NGO. However, their real commitment is to helping individuals transform their perspective of the world from material to spiritual. It supports the cultivation of deep collective consciousness of peace and of the individual dignity of each soul. In today's program, our chief guest is the Consul General of India, Mr. Shambhu Haki. We really appreciate your time and presence in our program today.
世界心灵大学是我们本次活动的主办方。心灵大学其实致力于个人的转变和世界的复兴。它是在1937年在印度拉贾斯坦邦成立，目前已经服务于全球150多个国家。作为一个国际的非政府组织，各个领域都拥有着巨大的影响力。那大学旨在帮助人们看世界的眼光，从看物质的角度提升到灵性的角度。它帮助深刻的集体和平意识以及每个灵魂个人尊严的提升。在我们今天的活动里面，我们的特邀嘉宾是印度驻广州总领事何基网先生。我们非常非常感谢您出席我们的活动。
So now we also will see the university introduction video. 现在呢，我们会一起来观看世界心灵大学的一个中文的视频。
Brahma Kumaris 世界心灵大学创立于1936年，总部位于印度拉贾斯坦邦阿布山。80多年来，大学中心不仅遍布整个印度，更是走向全世界各个角落。在全球150多个国家，有1万多个分中心。长期为联合国经济及社会理事会和联合国儿童基金会提供咨询服务，并在联合国总部拥有一个专门办公室， 与联合国合作推动30多个世界性的慈善项目，为建设和谐美好世界不懈努力。至今，大学已荣获7项和平使者奖。大学独立于任何政治及宗教组织之外，并且提供无偿服务。它的管理运作和财政支持来自生活工作在各个当地的受益者们的自愿贡献。
In today's program, our chief guest is the Consul General of India, Mr. Shambhu L. Haki. We really appreciate your time and presence in our program today, sir. Mr. Shambhu L. Haki is a career diplomat spanning for over 12 years. He has served in Indian missions in Beijing and Washington, D.C. He has also served in the Ministry of External Affairs in New Delhi. He joined the Consulate of India, Guangzhou, in August 2021. Mr. Haki has studied Chinese language at China Foreign Affairs University in Beijing, making him a linguist who can fluently speak 5 languages. Apart from being a diplomat, Mr. Haki is a passionate musician, a singer, composer, writer, and poet, with 2 musical albums under his belt. Sister Sapna would also like to welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Namaskar. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Om Shanti.
Namaskar, Sapna ji. Namaskar, sabko.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening for this special event. As we know that we are also celebrating 75 years of our independence of India as Amrit Mahotsav. So which is a very, very special occasion for all of us. That is why we requested our very dear divine brother, C.D. Sir, for everyone, I would say my divine brother, to join us this evening and give his greetings and also some inspirations to everyone. And under this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, we are celebrating this year as taking these 2 values, mainly kindness and compassion, which is, we believe that is the foundation of all humanity all across the globe, and it is the need of the hour also. So I just want to warmly welcome you to this program, and everyone will be happy to receive inspirations and greetings from you. Over to you, sir.
First of all, good evening, everyone, and thank you very much, Sapna ji, Sister Sapna ji, and Jinal ji, and all the people who have joined this wonderful program. This time, I couldn't agree with you more, because kindness and compassion are the need of the hour. And let me also begin by congratulating the Brahma Kumaris for organizing this online launching of the Year of Spiritual Empowerment of Kindness and Compassion. And my best wishes with all of you, and for this wonderful initiative. And here, in Guangzhou, one of the mandate that we have is to spread our culture, Indian ethos. As part of it, we often organize several programs to introduce our one of the best aspects of Indian culture, which is yoga, which is languages, Hindi. We also organize events to introduce Indian classical music, classical dance, and a whole lot of other array of music. With all these events, I would say that we have been very fortunate to have the presence of Brahma Kumaris in Guangzhou. And as we are celebrating one of the very monumental part of our history, is that 75th anniversary of our independence. And we would be very happy to work with you in further promoting this Indian culture aspects in South China. Since let me just say that Brahma Kumaris are also known for organizing the meditation programs, yoga programs, and which is important. For example, meditation helps person to become better. And given this ongoing pandemic situation and rising cases of anxiety among people, especially we see all this here. Our Indian diaspora, some of them are separated by their family members. It is very opt that we as we go forward, would be very happy to organize such events, which will be helpful to our people here, and also it will be helpful to spread Indian culture. As also we have just celebrated 61st birthday anniversary of Tagore. I just have to, I just want to remember his song called Ekla Chalo. That means that which inspire us, all of us, to steadfast in our pursuit of our objectives, goals, and a better life, and get as much as support by doing some of the best aspects of Indian yoga, meditation, Ayurveda, etc. So all of us are going through some of the tough time, and I would say we are all in it together, and hopefully with some of the organizations like Brahma Kumaris will be able to come out of this crisis very soon. And I also take this opportunity to welcome all of you to be part of the 8th International Day of Yoga celebration that we are organizing. As you know, the Honorable Prime Minister initiative, we have the United Nations has started recognizing 21st June as the International Day of Yoga in 2014. And this year we are celebrating the 8th International Day of Yoga. And I really encourage you to, do more yoga than already. And I've been organizing several programs here to introduce yoga to several of among the diplomatic community, among the local populace also. And would be happy to work with Kumaris also to spread yoga and spread happiness thereafter. So with that, I would like to thank you, Brahma Kumaris, especially Sister Sapnaji, and as I also said that we would like to have our physical presence, in-person presence here very soon. And we wish you all the best for this event. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
To mark the launching of this theme,
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yes, Didi.
And actually, as you know, that we have a India-China Culture Exchange Center also here in south of China, which Brahma Kumaris had started a few years ago. And our sister, one of the sisters from our culture center, the group is called the Diamond Culture Group. And those who are performing basically Indian classical dance forms and also some Chinese classical dance forms, and trying to combine the culture of two. And today, one of our sisters, Sister Khushi, she's a Chinese sister, but she will be happy to perform here on one Indian traditional dance in your presence.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, Sister Khushi and CG sir, for your warm presence. And Sister Khushi, thank you so much for such a beautiful and a wonderful performance. To mark the launching of the theme of kindness and compassion, we now have the auspicious ceremony of candle lighting. May I now invite CG Mr. Shambhu sir, Sapna Didi, BK Rose, Shanghai Inner Space, BK Sister Khushi, Culture Center Chowching, BK Lotus, Sister Lotus from Hunan Center. And those of all of you who have your candles ready, please open up your windows and light your lamps so that we all can see and have a group picture together.
CG, so please can you open the camera? Thank you very much.
जिसका न कोई संगी साथी ईश्वर है रखवारा जो निर्धन है जो निर्बल है वो है प्रभु का प्यारा प्यार के मोती
So let us continue the candle lighting. Everyone else can also light the candles if they can at their own places. So let us now launch this event with this auspicious ceremony.
That was a beautiful launch to the year of spiritual empowerment for kindness and compassion. Now I have the pleasure to invite Sister Sapna Didi, as we all know. She has been dedicated for the spiritual cause for over 25 years. Teacher Sapna has carried out countless workshops all over China and was invited to participate in various charitable undertakings, companies, schools, prisons, drug rehabilitation centers, youth psychological intervention centers, nursing homes, women's centers, and schools for the disabled. She helps people lead a simple and spiritual life through simple teachings. She also helps people who are confused to find the light of life and spread love, happiness, peace, and harmony to all parts of China. Let's welcome our life coach, Sister Sapna. We very, very, very warmly welcome you, Sister Sapna.
在我们吉祥又美丽的点灯仪式之后，我们来欢迎 Sapna 老师，再次欢迎她的到来。老师已经为灵性事业奉献了超过25年的时间，她在中国各地举办了无数次的工作坊，并且应邀参加各项慈善活动、公司、学校、监狱、戒毒所、青少年心理干预中心、养老院、妇女中心、残疾人学校。所到之地接受欢迎，他通过简单的教诲，帮助人们过上特别有灵性又简单的生活，帮助那些迷茫的人们能够找到生命的光芒，并且将爱、将幸福、和平、和谐传播到中国大地。让我们再次热烈的欢迎我们的生命导师 Sapna 弟弟。
BK Sapna 弟弟 Sapna 老师是知名的教育家、资深心理学家、心灵疗愈专家、人类内在潜能开发者、国际著名黄道瑜伽和冥想高阶导师。作为一名出色的国际注册会计师，20多年前，他毅然放弃傲人的工作，全身心投入奉献于服务全人类心灵领域，致力于人类精神文明发展。在 Brahma Kumaris 世界心灵大学元老级导师亲手栽培下， Sapna 老师在心灵领域迅速成长为一名国际资深心灵导师，全方位掌握并继承大学最原始的一系列知识以及运作和管理系统。多年来，在全球将其运用到实际的心灵服务中，使无数人受益。因萨巴纳老师对原始知识的精确理解、深入钻研以及多年丰富的实践经验，并拥有一颗完全为人类心灵服务的崇高决心。10年前，世界心灵大学德高望重的前任校长达迪张克吉亲自将萨巴纳老师指派到中国服务中国。过去在中国服务的这8年间，萨巴纳老师在全中国各地开展无数工作坊，受邀参加各种各样的慈善事业，走进企业、学校、监狱、戒毒所、青少年心理干预中心、老人院、妇女中心、残疾人学校等等。通过他深入浅出的教导，移除很多人对灵性的误解，帮助迷茫的人们找回生命之光，将爱、幸福、快乐、宁静、祥和传播到中国的各个地方。广州日报曾报道他为默默耕耘、默默奉献的生命导师。
We welcome you, Sister Sapna.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sister Zinal, and thank you everyone for joining and being here for this evening. And as now by now everyone has understood the theme of the program is kindness and compassion. To promote, to understand these two values, do you see any difference between kindness and compassion? When we say these two words, it sounds similar. It feels similar when we talk about kindness and compassion. Let us understand it deeply so that we can imbibe that value in our life. So in Hindi, we say daya and karuna, kindness and compassion. So mostly when we say kindness, that is related to one event or a situation. When I see someone weak, when I see someone who is less privileged, when I see someone who is in pain, who needs my help, and I have that feeling of kindness. So suddenly that feeling emerges in my heart that I want to do something for that person as much as I can, according to my capability, according to my ability, my strengths, or my time and energy, as much as I can. So this is something very natural for a human being, because I would say that it is the original nature of the souls of each human being. It's the original nature that when we see someone weaker than us, when we see someone in pain, naturally we want to extend our helping hand. On the other hand, when we talk about compassion, compassion is an attitude. Compassion is a sanskar. Compassion is nature. It's not only according to the situation, but it is the part of my personality, if I am compassionate or not. It is something very unconditional. Compassion, if I have, it is always there. And it naturally flows in different forms, in different situations. We have so many stories, we have so many stories in the history also related to that. And we are in the East, we are actually basically brought up with this culture of being taught these values of life. Do you agree with me? Whether it is India or China or the eastern part of the world, we have a quite a rich culture of values. Whether we talk about family values, it's a very strong bond of the family values. And I'm happy to say that today is International Family Day as well. Do you know that? 15th of May, today is the International Day of Families. So it is only today I realized that this morning when I was just looking at the calendar, and I realized that today is such a auspicious day, it's such a nice day that we are celebrating these values, and it's a family day also. So why not we start with our own family? Anyways, it is said that charity begins at home. Anything, if you want to do good for the society, you want to serve the world, you want to serve your community, all this actually begins with your own family first. And we also believe that in this spiritual university, because we have a slogan, we always say that self-transformation will bring world transformation. So when I say charity begins at home, So the question is, what is my home? Where is my home? So my first home is, which is always with me, where I can go anytime, no matter where I am physically, that is my own heart, my own mind. So let me begin this charity from my own heart, from my own home. Let me begin it with myself. So my first question is, which you can ask from yourself, am I kind to myself? Before I start practicing this virtue with others, I apply with others in my relations. First, I have to ask myself, am I kind enough with myself? And how do I know that I'm being kind with myself? Those who can easily open their videos, their cameras, I'll really appreciate that, because even if you don't speak, but your face expressions, I can see your responses. Thank you. So when we say that, am I being kind to myself? Let us just reflect upon this for a while. Recently, maybe something happened in your life lately, and something that was kind of not a very happy thing. You know, sometimes a situation comes, and in that situation, you also reacted. Even if it was not your mistake, somebody else made that mistake, but you got angry, or you got disturbed, or you got upset with that situation, with that person, and maybe in some situation you shouted at the other person. You know, something like that happened. If something like that has happened recently, and when the situation is over, you were angry at that spur of the moment, and later on, situation is gone, it's over. But what is your feeling for yourself after that? Do you have a regret or guilt? Do you feel the guilt inside? Why I shouted? I should not be speaking like that. I shouldn't have shouted at that person. Do you have that kind of regret? Yeah, I can see. I can see those who I can see. Yes, everyone is nodding like this, because we all have this experience that after the situation is over. So this is about anger. It can be in any other situation where I made a mistake. I didn't mean to do that, but I made a mistake. Whether I spoke something wrong, some wrong words I used, or I misbehaved with my own parents, my kids, my friends, my family members, my close relations, and mostly it happens with the people who are very close to your heart. You know, sometimes you hurt them more. You don't hurt the strangers. You hurt your own people who are close to your heart. And then later on, you have that guilt or regret. So the question is, how long that feeling of regret remains in your heart? That guilty and regret, how long after the situation is over? You can write it down. We asked you to prepare your notebooks and pens. This is just for yourself. You can note it down, that how long I was in that feeling of regret after I realized that it was my mistake. Do I carry the guilt for just for a few minutes, few hours, or few days, or maybe a couple of months or a couple of years? You know, sometimes we carry that guilt with us for so many years, such a long time, that it is still there inside. 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I did something wrong, and still I'm carrying that hurt inside me. So if it is like that, if that is the case, that I'm still carrying that guilt inside, that means, am I kind to myself? Am I being kind? No. I made the mistake, practically, physically. I made the mistake only once. But I'm punishing myself since 10 years. Or even if it is 10 days, it is too long. Because I'm creating that hurt inside myself. I'm giving punishment to myself. So let us have a moment of reflection now. Are you ready? We will have a short meditation on this, wherein we recognize, we realize that how long we are keeping that guilt and how to release myself of that guilt and to be kind to myself. Everyone is ready for this short meditation? So wherever you are, just sit comfortably. I will guide you through some thoughts and you can experience that. Okay? Because this is very important. As I said, charity begins at home. So I start with my own heart, because my heart is my home, where I stay all the time. Om Shanti. I relax myself, sitting comfortably. Wherever I am, I take a deep breath in and exhale. As I breathe in and breathe out, I relax my body. I relax my mind. Now, just imagine you are sitting beside a pond of water. Clear, clean water. There are winds blowing, so there are waves in this water. As I sit beside this pond of water, observing in silence, slowly this water is becoming still and stable. At the same time, my mind also becomes stable and still. In this stillness, the clear water of the pond becomes like a mirror in front of me. In that mirror of the pond, I can see the images of my life. I can see the moments for which I still feel guilt or regret. Maybe that was my innocence or ignorance, or some of my weakness, because of which I made a mistake. But now, in this moment of silence, I know, I realize putting a hand on your heart, talk to your own heart. Listen to your inner voice. Comfort yourself. Talk to your inner self like a child. No matter what happened in the past, that is already over. Now, I have understood. Let me just put a full stop on all those chapters of life and with a kind and compassionate attitude towards myself, let me begin the new chapter of my life. Tell yourself, you are the most lovable, most kind person. As I say that, something is getting released from within. I feel light. I feel relaxed. Om Shanti. So this is the kind of conversation, positive self-talk that we can have with ourselves. Do you find it is helpful? Yes. Yes, I appreciate your response. Yeah. Because when in case we keep that guilt or regret for a long time in ourselves, in our heart for ourselves, it makes the soul weaker. And for future also, we become weak in order to face the challenges and the uncertain future which is in front, and we are not able to predict that future. We need a lot of strength to face that also. So how long we should just get stuck in the past, which is already over? So the first step of being kind is to be kind with yourself, to have a compassionate attitude towards yourself. And I really feel and I hope that all of us will be able to do that, right? And next thing is being kind to others, to my own people who are around me. And for that, can you tell me what is the most important value for that? You can type in the chat box. If I want to be kind, I wish to be kind to the people who are around me. What do I need for that? How can I be kind? Yeah, compassion is there. Anything else? What kind of thoughts I should have in 1 or 2 words, if you can write in the chat box? Acceptance, yes. Anyone else? Okay, not judgmental. Yeah. Tolerance. Yeah, I'm receiving the replies. Help them, to encourage them, appreciate them, accept them, understand them. Detachment. Yes, nice answers. Yes. Mm. Jackie, I'm not able to understand. What's that word? No request means no expectations from them. Yes. Very nice answers. All of you are so wise. Very nice answers. I really appreciate. This shows that every soul is so beautiful inside, so positive, so kind. So it's really visible from the answers that this is my belief also, that even in the present time, sometimes we say the world is not good or it is Iron Age, this is the old world now, there is so much of negativity, but still, I still believe that most of the people are nice. No? So I still believe that. See, so many nice, beautiful answers are coming. So we know that we have to be kind, we should be kind with others, but then what is the barrier? With some people, we are able to be kind and compassionate. In some situations, yes, we are. But in some other moments, excuse me. Sister Rose, we have another video.
Angie Didi, you can play now.
Yes.
hell?
I just wanted you to hand me the bottle. I tell my daughter and I survived.
This is just trash.
One person's trash is another person's treasure. Can I please have it?
Ew, gross. When's the last time you washed your hands? Look, you want it? And get out of the trash can yourself.
Hey, hon, who was that?
Some dirty old Satan daughter. She wanted my empty bottle.
Did you give it to her?
No, I wasn't gonna get close to her nasty hands. And who takes the trash for it anyway? That's disgusting.
Well, Jasper, some people don't have a choice. You left us when you were just a baby. I started falling behind on our bills. I couldn't work and take care of you at the same time. So we got evicted from our apartment. With no place to go, we ended up living on the streets. I met a lady who changed my life forever. She taught me how to make money from recycling cans and bottles. So I go around with her collecting trash with one hand and holding you in my other, just so we could survive. I never wanted to tell you, but we were homeless.
I'll be right back. Excuse me, miss. I am so sorry for the way I treated you earlier.
It's okay.
You're right. One person's trash is another person's treasure. So, please take this.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. See, honey? Now we have enough money to keep. Thank you. Jasper, I found another bottle. You can get that. She's the woman who helped us when we were homeless.
Thank you so much for what you did for us.
You're welcome. You know, you did so much for us. It is my turn to return the favor. I would like you and Bella to come and stay with us. Thank you so much, but this is gonna change our lives. Come on.
So one more thing which we understand with this is that what you give, it comes back, right? And the only thing is that sometimes when we are giving or doing something for others, we have the expectation of the return. Sometimes a very subtle expectation that I've been doing so much for this person. Okay, not for some time, but for a long time, I've been doing so much for this person or for my family, for my loved ones. But if I don't get that kind of response from them, positive response, then sometimes what happens is that we block the energy inside. Now I will also not do anything because they are not responding in a positive way. So I also just detach myself, I separate myself. Why should I do? Do you have sometimes this kind of experience? Why should I continue to do when they don't respond, give me any positive response? Have? Honestly, can share? What do you say? Sometimes have this thought, and people will say that, yeah, human beings, we are not gods. We are human beings. How much I can do without, acknowledgement of anything from other side. So that means if that thing is coming in my heart and I'm blocking myself, and yes, somebody's writing that at least a thought would come. Then later on, we tell ourselves that, yeah, it's not right to think in that way, but still, if it is happening for a long time, very long time, that it's only me who is doing. From my side, I am always having good wishes. I'm always doing something for the other person, but I'm not getting any response, zero response. Is that possible to be kind, still be kind? Is that possible? Have you heard some people, they say that when I was young, I was very kind. Please excuse me. Yeah, so some people say that when I was young, I was very kind. When I started working in the beginning, when I just graduated from the university, I was a different person. When I started working, I went into the corporate culture. I went and see the outside world, and then I see how people deal, and I see how people are bargaining and everything. And then slowly, I become, now I'm mature. I was innocent. I was naive at that time. Something people, they feel that being kind is being naive. Because you are just being innocent, you are being used by everyone, and people have these kind of thoughts. Do you sometimes have that conflict in your mind and in your heart? Whether I should continue to be nice, or I should restrict myself. No, that's enough. I feel many good people, many nice people, they actually experience this kind of conflict. Those who want to be nice, but when the world outside is not giving you that kind of response, so sometimes you tend to have that kind of conflict in your heart, and you feel that, what is the use of still being nice to people? And then one time comes that moment you say that it's okay, just take care of my own life. I don't care what is happening in other people's lives. And we become limited. So this is kind of limited attitude. Yes, that's right. Somebody is writing here that even if we do that, but our conscience, your inner voice somewhere tells you that this is not right. You're not being right, because that is not your original nature. Your original nature is being nice. Let me ask you one more question. It's not my question to you, but it is everyone has to ask themselves. Take 2 minutes to answer this question to yourself. If I die today, how will the world remember me? If I leave body today, I leave this world today, how are my friends, my contacts, people who know me, who are around me, How are they going to talk about me? What they will talk about me? Write it down. What do you think? What they will talk about me? Honestly, very honestly, if I die today, if I leave this world today, how will people remember me? Don't take it negatively, because we can leave anytime. But the question is about how people are going to remember me, what they are going to talk about me if I leave today. It's very personal. It's for myself, because I know myself more than anyone else. I know that how I have been dealing with other people, or if there are some misunderstandings, some grudges are still left in my relationships, because you have no time to resolve now. You are going to leave body now. So at this point of time, how they are going to talk about me. And if you can share in the chat box, is also good. If not, just write for yourself, because it is basically for yourself. Write down specifically for yourself. Don't write the knowledge that they will remember you for your good deeds. No. You have to write for yourself what you have done according to that, what they will talk about you. That is too general. That is a lecture for others, that they will remember for your good deeds. Specific for yourself. It is for self-realization. Everyone has written, writing. And now, the next question is, how do I want people to remember me after I leave? How do I want that they should talk about me after I leave? So for that, maybe I'm not up to the mark right now. I have to make some changes in my personality. But this is also another realization. How do I want people to remember me after I leave? What do I want really, that how they should talk about me when I'm not here anymore after I leave? And for that, what do I think? What kind of changes I have to bring in my personality? What is my weakness that I need to change so that they remember me in a positive way? So important part is that for that, what changes I have to bring in my personality. Maybe there is some weakness still left, which I feel I need to remove that weakness. According to my knowledge as of now, maybe some things we still don't realize, but at least what I realize, at least that much change I should try to bring from now. So this itself was a beautiful meditative experience when we reflect upon our inner self, when we understand what we are and what we want to be. And you know, the very interesting thing is that we want to be what we actually originally are. Because when we were born, We were born with so much of positivity, so much of kindness, compassion. That was so natural in all of us. But later on, we have acquired some other things from this world. We have learned some somehow wrong things also, and we don't even come to know. So it's a process. Meditation is actually a process of unlearning what we have learned wrong. So we need to unlearn that. We need to forget that. We need to let go of those things which we have acquired wrongly from the people around us, from the society. And sometimes because majority was doing that way, so we started feeling that this might be right because everyone is doing that. So that is the biggest issue right now, that mostly people feel that where the majority goes, that might be right. But long, long ago, one philosopher said something which was very, very wise. He said that a time will come in this world when the majority will go towards the wrong things. And you will be able to check what is right, what is correct, with the fact that where there are less people, you will be able to find out the right things where majority is not looking at. So that is the time right now. So sometimes we start feeling that because more people are saying that way, so which means it might be right. But when you ask your heart, you listen to your own inner voice. Your inner voice is saying something else, but outside majority is saying something else. You know, that is the time when you have to make a choice, you have to make a decision, you really have to listen to yourself. You have to be loveful to yourself, kind to yourself. So that was the thing when it happened, that most of the people were going in that direction. They were behaving in that way. So we started feeling it might be right, it might be correct. So even if our heart was saying it is not, doesn't seem to be right, but still we started following somehow the wrong things. This is the time to come back. This is the time to realize. Sit back. Sit in silence with yourself. Talk to yourself. And what will emerge from within will be your beautiful self, which is always there. It was always there inside. And just imagine a society, a beautiful world around us where everyone is helping each other, where everyone is understanding each other, where everyone is kind. Just imagine, even imagining makes your heart so happy. Even while you imagine, only imagine. Just feel if it really happens, then can you imagine a world full of kindness and compassion? You know, I tell you one thing. We don't lack anything. This world is still having lots of resources. What we are lacking is only sharing and caring. If we have that feeling of sharing and caring, we still have enough for everyone. For everyone. Right? So I have one more video for you. So let us have a look, and after that we'll have a few minutes of more meditation. We all can understand what we give, we get back. It's not only that what we get back in future as a result of that, but there is something else. And that is actually in the present moment. At that moment, when I'm helping someone, when I'm doing any nice thing in my life, that moment, the kind of happiness that I feel, that happiness is the real gift generated in that moment. And that is generated because of the kindness I created in my heart. My heart becomes the home of kindness and compassion. And that is how we create a culture. At least some of us, you see, those who are here online today, at least all of us, those who are present in this moment, can we take a pledge? Can we take a pledge? We can take an oath that every day, doing something extra, not that, yes, we are already very nice, we are already not giving sorrow to anyone, we are already trying to be nice and not doing anything bad for anyone. But in addition to what I have been doing until now, something extra, at least one more act of kindness every day. Can we do that? Anything good, which creates a beautiful world around me, which creates a culture of kindness. Start with your own family. As I said in the beginning that today it's the International Day for Families. So let us begin with our own family. But at the same time, I keep this feeling in my heart that this whole world is my family. Other boundaries, divisions, these are done by human beings. It was not done by the Supreme, by the God. It was not done by Him. We all originally belong to one world family. So let us create this culture, this global culture of kindness and compassion, no matter which color, which caste, which religion, which nationality someone belongs to. Without considering that at all, no blockages, no age barriers. But I just create that culture from my side. Can we do that? I think that is why all of us are here, because all of us are those few of the few selected ones. It's not that by chance we are in the screen today. It's not by chance. Nothing is by chance. The topic attracted those who are here. That's why we are here. And why this topic attracted us? Because we already have that virtue inside us. We just need to create that spark and do something extra to water that seed of kindness within and in others. You know, when I demonstrate with my own example, when I do something good and looking at me, others are getting inspiration. Sometimes, you know, I don't have to ask someone else to be nice. You just be nice, and looking at you, they get the inspiration that I should also become like that. So it is like you are also donating, you know, you are donating the virtue of kindness through your actions, because others are also getting that inspiration. So let us, all of us, take this pledge today. And after the session is over, after some time, we will send you one form also. It will be a feedback form in which you can write that what kind of act of kindness, what nice things you are going to add in your daily routine, in your life. Something, not that what you were already doing, but something additional, something extra. So taking that inspiration, when you write it down for yourself, then it will become more firm. Okay? Is that fine? Yes? Thank you. Yeah, I see 2 thumbs up. Yeah. So thank you so much for being here. Although we will have more sessions in future, we will have more classes also on this topic. And next time, I would be happy if we can have a sharing session wherein all of us can share what kind of acts of kindness we are doing, we are sharing with others. And if you have some nice experience, kindness experience, then you can share. We will soon have a next session for follow-up. Okay, thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much, Sister Sapna, for launching this beautiful program and also launching our brains for and setting our goals for this year very straight, that we are definitely going to do and go that extra mile to be kind and compassionate towards ourselves first and towards others as well. Definitely, Sister Sapna, thank you so much for this beautiful, beautiful words of wisdom that you empowered us with today.
再次非常感谢 Sapna 老师您在今天的教导，我们会实践到我们的生活之中。
I would now request all of you to please open your cameras so that we can have a group photo, and please be seated till the end of the program. Please do not leave the program because we still have announcements.
And also we have a blessing ceremony soon. So first we will have this blessing ceremony for all of you. Are you ready for that?
Yes, Didi.
好，请大家现在把自己的摄像头打开因为接下来的话，我们有一个环节是老师会给我们祝福，那需要看到大家的眼睛。
And before the blessing ceremony, we have a very beautiful performance. Can you announce, Sister
开始
Zina?
之前，我们还有多的一个惊喜给到大家。
We have a beautiful instrumental performance. So all of us sit back and enjoy this melody.
接下来我们会欣赏到美丽的古筝表演，所以请大家沉浸在艺术的喜悦之中。
Music is also a kind of meditation, and through that you can connect to yourself by listening to this beautiful music. All of us will go into that meditation and reflect upon what we have learned today.
音乐也是非常好的冥想的方式。那等一下，我们可以在美妙的音乐里面，再一次回想我们今天在课程里面的所思所得。
Thank you, Sister Zhang Xiaoli. That was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful performance. It definitely took us into the meditative state, and we could directly relate to this because, as we all know, music has no language. It has direct connection to our hearts and our minds. Thank you so much, sister.
特别感谢张小丽姐妹，您美妙的音乐呢，把我们直接带到了冥想的状态之中。我们所有人都知道，音乐无国界。再一次感谢您给我们带来如此美妙的演奏。
Thank you so much. Very beautiful.
We now would like to go ahead with our blessing card ceremony. It's a beautiful thing that you all are going to receive a very, very, very special kind of a blessing. So please be seated, and we are going to start with the blessing celebration.
接下来我们是接收祝福的仪式哈。
I would request all of you to please pick up a number for yourself from these numbers 1 to 12. Whatever you want to choose, choose a number for yourself. We'll give you some time to choose the number.
大家现在看到大屏幕上面有12个数字，请您选出心里面最想选的那个数字，然后把它记下来。
And you will soon receive your blessings according to the numbers you've chosen.
等一下，你所选中的数字就会给你带来祝福。
So if you have chosen number 1, you are...
Zinal, I am speaking. Zinal.
Okay, Didi.
You are a fortunate soul whose heart is filled with love, mercy, and compassion for all. Number 2. You are a spiritual diamond of divine qualities, whose eyes are radiating the rays of love, mercy, and compassion for the self and for all. You are kind and giving soul who, with your power of forgiveness and compassion, makes others feel the brotherhood of mankind. You are a powerful being with pure intentions, always blessing the self and others with your accommodative, peaceful, and blissful nature. Sixth, you are the light of purity, peace, love. Your actions encompass and enfolds others with your kind and compassionate attitude. 7. You are treasure for this mankind with your qualities of purity, love, and compassion, whose presence emerges benevolence feelings in others. 8. You are a compassionate soul who understands the hearts of all. 9. You are a generous being who is blooming with vibrant colors of love and joy and spreads the same wherever you go. You are always loveful because your eyes have mercy and compassion for all. 11. You are a blessed soul with a merciful heart that has pure feelings for all. 12. Your kind words and compassionate heart fills hopes in the lives of hopeless ones. 'Anyone who has chosen number 3 is here? Anyone who chose number 3? Okay. Yes, okay. There are some who have chosen number 3. Did you get the blessing? Didn't get the blessing? Okay. There is something special for number 3. Let me take out for all of you. Wait with patience, number 3s. So your blessing is coming. So this is for number 3. As a kind soul, you possess a wise heart that can feel what nurtures the beauty and brilliance in others. As a kind soul, you possess a wise heart that can feel what nurtures the beauty and brilliance in others. Got your blessing? How many of you have taken the screenshots? If you want to get the blessings in your WeChat or WhatsApp, you can write your number, message us, just mention your number of blessing, and our team will send you in your WeChat or WhatsApp.
So now I'm coming to close the beginning of this program. I would like to make a few announcements that there'll be future programs for kids, adults, women, corporates, and they will be announced super soon. So please stay in touch and scan this QR code, and you can also WhatsApp on this number provided on the screen. Next month is going to be the big event of the International Yoga Day. So you will be getting more information from these QR codes and WhatsApp number. So please stay in touch and scan the QR codes. And now is the time for all of us to go ahead for the group picture, so that we always have this memory that we had launched this beautiful program, and we're going to be actions and fulfillment of being kind and compassionate and making our society even more kind and compassionate. Can I please request all of you to open up your cameras so that we can go ahead with our group picture?